What's up, guys? This is All Here Beginner Pokemon Air Wi-Fi battle, and this is a battle I had against Jerker101. I found him in the Smogon Wi-Fi battle finder, where I basically get all my battles. And this is an OU match against it's an OU match because this is Black and White 2, so Black and White 2 OU match. It's actually with the new team that I built because I was getting tired of that Sand team. I think you guys were too. So I mean, it's still gonna be OU because that's all the Black and White 2 is right now, but now it's a different team, and well, it kind of sucks because before this battle I had another battle I got like 4 or 5-0'd. That's because Staraptor didn't have Reckless, which actually would have made a big difference, and then my Infernape had like no EVs, which is weird. But anyways, let's start off with the battle. So I lead off with Staraptor, he leads off with Infernape. I'm guessing he didn't think that my Staraptor was Scarf, so I just go for the Brave Bird and fuck it up, which is awesome. But now that he has Jolteon out and I'm locked into Brave Bird, I really have to switch the hell out and go into my own Jolteon. But he makes a very risky play, but it's a very nice prediction, and goes for the Shadow Ball. So now he actually is, but now that I know that he's locked in your Shadow Ball because I didn't see any Life Orb damage, I'm just going to go into my Fortress. But he predicts that and goes into his Ninetales, which is a really good play on his part again. He predicted me twice already, and I'm like, fuck, I really cannot stay into the Ninetales. And then instead of going for Fire Blast, he goes for the Will-O-Wisp right away, so it makes like nice, good predictions right in the beginning of the match. But now, since this is a bulky Gyarados, I mean, I do care about the Will-O-Wisp burn, but I don't care about it as much, you could say, because I go for T-Wave, predicting him to switch, or just, a Ninetales. T-Wave by Ninetales is very nice. And I actually kill the, actually paralyze the Venusaur under Chlorophyll, which is amazing. That is so helpful. And then I taunt it so it can't frigging, go for the thingy that does the thingy with the thingy. No, so I taunt it so it can't go for growth and then sweep me. Yeah, don't mind my retarded narrations. But now I go into Staraptor, predicting him to either switch or go for Giga Drains, and which means, or not Giga Drain or Energy Ball, whatever, it doesn't matter. Which means, I'll be okay. Thing is, he switches out and goes into Blitz, and then he double switch, and then he goes into Blitzy. And I was predicting him to switch out, maybe back into his Venusaur, into his Ninetales or something. So I go for the Brave Bird, but he unfortunately stays in, and I get hit by Brave Bird. And I don't kill it because I didn't go for the Close Combat. So I was like, fuck, whatever. But then I go into Infernape after he thunders me. I don't know why he has Thunder and Blissey, but for him in this case, it actually friggin' worked out because he has 50% hit, which is really like crazy under Sun, like really bad under Sun, but I don't know why he has it. Either way, I go into Infernape. He's afraid of the Close Combat, but I go for it anyway because I have nothing to lose. I really should have predicted that. I went for the Fire Blast so that Metagross would die, but for some reason he leaves his Metagross in because honestly his team doesn't have much to take on Infernape. So I go for Fire Blast. This is Focus. This Infernape is Focus Ash instead of Life Orb. It really should be Life Orb though. But I take out the Metagross, which is really awesome. I really think he could have kept it for some reason. But here I stay in since I have a Focus Sash and I have nothing to lose, and I could just kill it with Jolteon with Fire Blast. But he goes to Shadow Ball, predicting some kind of switch. I mean, it doesn't really matter because he doesn't have Rocks up, so I would have been able to switch out anyway. But I go for Fire Blast. It's under Sun. He's not going to live that Fire Blast. Now he goes into Ninetales, and I'm like, I could totally use Infernape for later because he still has that that Venusaur lying around, and it's actually like really threatening even if it's still paralyzed. Venusaur is ridiculously powerful under Sun. He goes for Flamethrower, it doesn't do any damage at all basically, and I just get most of it back through friggin' lefties, but I get burned, so that burn damage like really starting to rack up on my Gyarados. But he goes for Flamethrower again. I really should have went for the T-Wave, but I was predicting him to switch into his Venusaur. But I Dragon Tail him, and I Dragon Tail him into Venusaur, and that's not what I wanted. I wanted to Dragon Tail that thing away, so I made a really bad prediction. Now, I go for Taunt again, because I really can't do much with this Gyarados, and just in case he goes for Growth again, I cannot risk him getting that Growth. So, he kills me off with that Energy Ball, really sucks, but I really can't do anything. So, going to Infernape, and I kind of have Speed and Fire Blast to kill, and, I keep stuttering, sorry guys. I go for Fire Blast, I miss, which really blows, because it actually would have done a lot of damage under the Sun. And then I go for Close Combat. It does a good chunk, but that was a big mistake. I should have, really should have, just switched out my Infernape, because this thing would still be very useful against his Venusaur. And the Blissey, for that matter. But now that it's dead, I go to my Jolteon. I go for, I believe, Thunder Shadow Ball because I was predicting. I don't know. I think I go for Shadow Ball because I was predicting Venusaur to come in. That was probably it because I really want to get rid of that Venusaur. But now that it is Blissey and I still have to go for Shadow Ball. I really should have predicted that too, but you know, whatever. I switch out. I go into Breloom, and this is kind of when I take advantage of Breloom because this thing is like pro. He goes for Aromatherapy, and I'm like, no, this Venusaur is now, like a huge threat because it's not paralyzed anymore, so I cannot speed it with anything. So I go for the Spore, predicting this Venusaur to come in, but he makes a nice play, and, Sleep Fodders the Ninetales. So now, he can actually, is free to run around with his Venusaur, and this scares the fuck out of me. But I go for Mach Punch, because I have nothing to lose, and I get a crit. Now that crit mattered. It definitely mattered because now since his Venusaur is Life Orb, he's gonna die in much fewer turns. And then he goes for the Hidden Power. I knew he'd go for the Hidden Power Fire, but I just wanted to sack my Fortress, and I have 30, so I get Life Orb damage on it. But he has HP Ice. Most likely this is HP Ice, maybe HP Dark, but I think it's HP Ice, which is really unfortunate for him. Well, I mean, like not in general, but in this situation, it's really unfortunate for him. Because now he can't do anything in Fortress. So if that Venusaur was going to try to kill me or stall me or whatever, like if that I wouldn't get a crit, Fortress could totally wall it. But either way, I go into my Breloom as he witches up. I set up my Stealth Rocks. Now with that Fortress setting up Stealth Rocks, that was a big play because now when Venusaur comes in, it's not gonna live on Mach Punch anymore. And that was the point. That was the plan in the beginning. I wanted to get those Rock Stops, so then when Venusaur comes in, Mach Punch will be a sure kill. And that's exactly what I do. I go for Mach Punch, which switches into Venusaur, even though, I don't know why he did so, because now that he switched into Venusaur, he got Mach Punch and kill. I got a crit on that, but that didn't matter. But now that his Venusaur is dead, my Breloom can just go for Mach Punch, kill Blissey, then another Mach Punch will kill Ninetales. And that was the game. So that was a great game, Jerker101. And, you know, Technician Breloom is really dangerous. He actually ran at the end of the match. But Technician Breloom is really dangerous. I thought it was going to be, it's way too overrated, but now that I see that what it can do, it is ridiculously powerful, which is awesome. I really like this thing right now. But, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. It was a really good one, actually. And, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all later.